Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This is Uncle Lenny. Uncle Lenny, this afternoon, so privileged sitting next to the Director of African Communities in Southwestern Pennsylvania, Mr. Benedict Kalenga. Mr. Benedict, you are welcome to my channel.
Thank you.
Please feel free to introduce yourself to my viewers.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity of joining you in your channel. My name is Benedict Kalenga, and I am the Sudanese, both North and South, community president, and also the president of the Union of African Communities in Southwestern Pennsylvania.
Wow, I'm so grateful. It's an honor to have you today.
Thank you.
But this afternoon, I know I've seen so many communities out there, but now you being the director for all African communities in Pittsburgh, what does this day mean to you today?
This day means a lot. This day shows that we are not only coming together, but we are stronger together. And this is what this day shows us today.
All right, all right. So now I want you to talk a little bit about the communities in African communities in Pittsburgh, in Southwestern Pennsylvania. I wanted to share light a little bit. So how many countries, do we have so many countries around here? Do we have so many African settling down in Pittsburgh?
There are so many Africans. We started the African communities in Western Pennsylvania in 2007, and up to now there are about 25 plus countries and communities in Southwestern PA representing the whole of Africa.
Oh, wow.
And more.
Wow, wow.
And this includes not only communities, but also student organizations and also African-based organizations.
African-based organization. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, I like the fact that you mentioned that you are from South Sudan, but you're not only representing South Sudan today, you are representing the entire continent. You know, Mr. Director, I'm so glad that the university has given us this platform, being the first time to be given a platform like this, because our friends, our Asian friends, have been doing it for quite some time, almost 40 years. But Africa, this is the first time. What message do you have now that we have a platform for us to tell our own story about Africa? What message do you have for the world that need to know about Africa?
Yeah, Africa is not only a country. That's the message that I would like to send out. Africa is not a country, Africa is a continent. And there are about over 50 countries in Africa. So Africa is so huge. It is so, it has all that any other country have and even more. And Africa is changing. And that's the message that I want to send out. Africa is changing.
Africa is changing. So when you talked about Africa is changing, is it changing in terms of economic, or is it in terms of politics or development? What do you mean when it says Africa is changing?
I will talk more of the economical aspect of it, that Africa is changing because the continent is no more like before. The continent has really come out of those ages that we are always marginalized, but the continent is more than what people think. And I think we here in diaspora have more knowledge to show that Africa is more than what people think.
Okay, okay. I like what you said, that Africa is not what people think. Because you see, when you talk to someone else who was born and raised over here, they have seen Africa that they have been told on the BBC or any other media. But today we came out to tell our own story about our own Africa. So do you have any message of someone else who is thinking of traveling to Africa but is scared? He doesn't even know where to start from because, you know, they told them when you go to Africa, you're going to see people hunting each other. What message do you have for someone else who is on the crossroads making a decision to travel to Africa?
I will tell such a person that you have to go to the right place. The Center of African Studies at the University of Pittsburgh is one of the best places. The Union of African Communities in Southwestern PA, I mean all the member communities, the person should contact one of the communities or come to the union, and we will help the person understand and assist the person according to where he is going. If he's going to Ghana, we will have to connect the person with the Ghanaian community. If he's going to Zambia, we'll connect the person to the Zambia community so that he can hear directly from the people from that country, so that he will know if he's going to be hunted or not.
I like that part, if it is going to be hunted or not. So, Mr. Director, is it that easy to go to Africa? Is it difficult to process the paperwork or a visa or anything else to go to Africa?
It is not. Africa is like any European countries where you can, some of the countries even you go and get visa from the airport.
You get visa on the airport?
You get visa from the airport. So it is not like, so Africa is just like any other place. Any country in Africa is just like any European place where it is, you apply for the visa. It is good now that you can apply online, submit your things, and you get your visa within a week or two, and you travel. So it is not a hassle getting a visa going to Africa at all.
Well, one thing that I've liked most is when you said, if someone else wants to travel to South Sudan, we should have someone else to say, we'll connect you with someone else we know. If someone else wants to travel to Nigeria, surely we can say, hey, I have Nigerian friends that can make sure that you are safe over that side. I like that fact because, you see, we are boosting the confidence of the people that wants to travel. I have an American friend who is traveling to Africa, but the question that I'm asking you is the same question he was asking me. Are there hotels? I was like, wow. Is there, so if someone else is asking questions like that, do you have a message for someone else who is wondering to say, if I go to Africa, I don't even know where to start from. Either I'm going to sleep on the street.
Yeah, to such a person, who, I will tell the person, don't depend on what you see in the media. Don't depend on what you see in magazines or in newspapers. Come and contact or talk directly to people from Africa. And here in Pittsburgh, we have, again, the Center for African Studies here, and we have the Union of African Communities with all its member communities. They can help you, they can direct you, they can assist you until you get where you want to go. So
I'm going to ask a little bit about the information if someone else wants to get hold of the Center of Africans in Pittsburgh. How can they reach you guys?
They can go online, just Google, find out the Union of African Communities, their contact information there, and the person will even be connected not only to the Union, but to all the member African communities with its leadership.
All right, all right. Now, thank you so much by talking a little bit. I know I took you off from what we are supposed to talk about, but I wanted to ask, now that you are the director of the African communities in southwestern Pennsylvania, what is your vision?
My vision is to see one Africa.
One Africa.
One Africa, where all of us have to hold one another.
So how do we get there?
We get there by, this is an example of today. You see today, most of the communities are here. This is just the beginning. Next time, we want to see all the communities. And that's not only it. We want to promote that social unity among all our communities. And we need to, again, open that channel of communication and talking to each other.
Wow, I like that fact. So, Mr. Director, do you just see this, what is happening just within America, or do you still looking forward so that we can still communicate, we still be in contact with homes? Say, like, if we are doing these festivals, is there anywhere next year or the year that is coming in where we can invite other Africans to be part of what is going on over here? Is that part of your agenda going forward?
Absolutely, yes. One of the goals and objectives of the Union and all its member communities is not only to elevate the standard of life among its communities and linkages, but also to link our communities here back home. We have hosted ambassadors from various countries here, and we connect them not only to the city, but also to the county leadership and business communities here. So this is the vision, that we are here not only for ourselves, but also for our people back home.
Oh, okay, okay. I like this. I was thinking maybe, you know, sometimes we become selfish. When we travel, we tend to forget where we come from. But I like the fact that we still want to be in touch or connect to ourselves to home, because the fact that we have traveled, our mindset has to be making sure that we connect back home. We have to help or do something or to promote our own continent. Remember that if you and I never going to talk about our continent, surely someone else in Europe, they're going to find an interest on which they have to tell the world. So it depends. It's not what you and I want to know. It's what that person wants to tell the world. So I'm so grateful today that you are here, that we are able to tell the world about our own African story. So is there any way, I just wanted to find out, was the community properly informed about this?
The community was absolutely informed 3-4 months ago about this function, and they are very well aware and they are prepared, and that's why you see a large number of the community, African communities are represented today. They were informed, and that's why they are here. And even since yesterday, we have a round table where we talked of the community perspective, African community perspective in Pittsburgh. This just shows that it is not only about today, but it is since yesterday we have been hosting this, and you could see that we are all well represented. That means the information has been well disseminated. And we are here, and they are here, and they're very happy. Everyone is happy.
Wow, and thank you so much. I have one more question. I don't even know either the invitation was extended to the mayor's office. I never saw anyone else. I would love to sit down from anyone else from the mayor's office, especially next year or the years that are coming in. We want to see that even the people that are in the government officials, they're able to participate and see that Africa is not just a dark continent, but now we are online telling the story. Is there anyone else who, by any chance, sent an invitation to the mayor's office?
Yes, the invitation was sent to the mayor's office, but the mayor is busy. He's out of town. But we were very fortunate enough yesterday to have the county executive chief, Rich Fitzgerald, who is also my boss. He was here with me yesterday.
Wow.
And he addressed the African community, addressed the students, addressed the faculty, and talked about Africa and what is the vision of the county towards Africa.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I love to see things like this because, see, the Bible is telling us that if one or two agreed in my name, there he is. So, you know, if all Africans come together, see what mountain can we move? You see, I'm so grateful for what you are doing. You did not just look at yourself to say, well, I'm busy, it's me about my family. But you are standing up to work tirelessly for the betterness of our community, the betterness of Ubuntu spirit. Ubuntu means oneness.
One.
I love the spirit that you are bringing in, trying by all means to bring these African communities together. Is there any message that you have for anyone else who never had the chance to attend this festival this year? Because this is our very first festival that the university has given us a platform. Because our Asian friends have been doing it for 40 years. But to see this day that the Pittsburgh University has given us this platform, I've been celebrating. Do you have any message for someone else who never had a chance to come this year?
Yeah, the message that I will send to anyone who had no opportunity or no chance of coming this year is next year, get prepared, join your African community brothers, and let us celebrate Africa. There is no one who is going to talk about Africa other than Africa by Africa. And that's why we are here, Africa by Africa. And we are ready to collaborate, to partner with any other community, with any other institutions that is having the same goals and objectives as we, the Africans.
I like that fact. So now I have one more question. You see, we did it this year, we did it on the 16th, 17th. Is this day going to be fixed on the calendar that next year we're going to do it exactly the same time, or it's going to be depending on how the year comes in next year?
This absolutely will have to do it according to our community members. Whatever time, day that works for the community, but absolutely it's going to be more or less in the same month, but maybe different day. Yes.
So you see, it was so interesting when the phone call came to me when they were saying they will be celebrating Africa. Then I asked the person who called me, I said, hold on a minute, which country just got independence? He says, no, it's about all of us. So I asked him, I said, what are we celebrating? How did we get here that we start celebrating? So then he said, it's a movement that has come together that we can showcase our own countries where we come from. And to me, it's something that I really took it very serious, because anything else that is talking or promoting about our continent, I'm on the forefront. I'm a soldier of that continent to making sure that the world knows where we come from. Or we have to tell the world what our continent is all about. We have been so focusing about our own individual countries, say like Zambia. But we have to cross that stage of saying we are from one continent. We need to have one voice. We need to showcase where we come from. That Africa is not what you think or what you are being told on the media. Africa is beautiful. So would you encourage a brother who was born over here to go and visit our continent?
Absolutely. Every single day, we do encourage our brothers and sisters who are born here to not only rely on the media, but take a trip to Africa. See Africa by yourself so that you will know the kind of Africa you had in the media and what the one you see physically. So we do encourage everyone to take that step, and we're here to help. We are very fortunate enough. There's countries in Africa that even started resettling people from here. Ghana last year naturalized almost 1,000
Wow.
people from here that are Ghanaians. And I'm quite sure the countries in Africa are doing the same. So we encourage everyone, please, don't rely on the media, don't rely on what you see on the TV, and just try and do your best to visit Africa, and we're here to help.
So brothers and sisters, as you can hear what our director said, that Ghana, the one country in West Africa, managed to neutralize about 1,000 our brothers and sisters from America. So I encourage you to find time, on your own time, to go and visit a continent. It's not what you think, it's not what they are telling you. But today we are here to change that negative notion that has been passed on for generation to generation, to tell you that Africa is free to visit, it's friendly. You can pick up any other country in Africa. They will welcome you. They will take you, or they will treat you like family. Brothers and sisters, make sure you share this video with your friends. And because this time we are on the move to making sure that we highlight Africa to the world. My brother, is there anything else before we conclude to my audience?
No, thank you.
Thank you so much for finding this time to talk to you.
Yeah,
and I appreciate so much that I'll be looking forward next year, to see the progress of where we are and what's going to happen next year.
Absolutely.
Mr. Director,
absolutely.
Thank you for the job that you're doing for us.
Thank you.
You're
welcome.
You, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.